All right, let's talk some Detroit football, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Check out our Detroit Lions playlist. Share the videos. Best way to help the channel out. Don't forget you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links in the description. Take you straight to the social media page. You have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or you just want to chop it up for some advice or some YouTube advice. Twitter's the fastest way, then Facebook, and I rarely on IG. All right, but yeah, I kind of want to talk about the Lions offensive line a little bit more. And I don't really think they need Larry Warford if they follow my plan. I believe they should slide Big V into the guard. I think right guard is probably the better spot for him, being a solid run blocker. I do not think he's adequate enough to play the right tackle position. I don't think he's agile enough. I think you put him at guard, Ragnar with the center, and, Jonah Jackson at left guard. Now, look here, man. May the best man win. May it the kid from the 49ers, Stenberg, Dale, or Wiggins. It should be a competition for that last guard spot. Okay? It should be. Should be a competition. So if Jonah Jackson wins, if Stenberg wins, regardless of salary, regardless of tenure or seniority you got for year 1, year 2, year 5, they should get the best person to play a guard. Now, if it's close, if it's close with Jonah Jackson and Dale or Wiggins, then, you give Jonah Jackson because he got more potential. Now, it gets tricky if it's close between Jackson and Stenberg. You know what I'm saying? Because it get really sticky there because they both rookies. So, you probably going to go with the dude that's making more money, who got the better, draft stock, who drafted higher at 3. But I believe that sliding Big V in the guard and Jonah Jackson in the guard and Tyrell Crosby at right tackle is the thing to do. Now, if you put Crosby at right tackle, then you got to have a backup at left tackle, and that's kind of where it get a little bit tricky at. They got too many guards, okay? Ragnar can play center guard. Big V can play either guard spot. Jonah Jackson play any guard spot. So somebody's going to get cut. If it's the kid from the 49ers, Wiggins, Dow, and I don't think Stenberg is going to get cut. So out of those 3, one of those get cut. You only really need to carry probably 2 guards on the roster. I know COVID will make it tricky. So you only really need to cover 2 guards on the roster. We know that. Okay. But other than that, who is your tackles? So that's where it gets tricky. You got, Beachum still out there. You got Jason Peters still out there. You still got guys like that that's still out there, because if Decker go down, then you're going to need Crosby to kick over to left, or you're going to need a replacement for left tackle. So there are some tackles out there. Jason Peters, you're not asking for him to come in and say today at left tackle. You talking to him, can you play right tackle? Donald Penn is still out there. And these are not guys that you're looking to be staples of an offense for a long time to go, for a long time to keep going. You're just looking for them to kind of give you some relief right now. So you can keep Crosby as your Swiss Army knife. Crosby done played across the line his whole college career. I think he even played center. So really what you're looking at is you bring a Peters in, a Beachum in, a Donald Penn in. There's some other tackles out there. You're just looking for them to come in and hold down the right tackle spot. Nothing more, nothing less. So Crosby can have the flexibility of covering where he needs to cover at. That's one of the reasons why I think it's going to be hard for them to get Crosby to start at right tackle, because he is their backup left tackle, and they haven't addressed that need. So I think the Lions, it's better for the Lions to go with, Big V on the inside, whoever win the right guard spot. Let's just say it's Jonah Jackson, Ragnar at center, Decker at left tackle. But they got to go out there and get another tackle. They do, unless I'm missing somebody that's on the roster. They need somebody to get a tackle, either so Crosby can be the Swiss Army knife he need to be, or so Crosby can start at right tackle and if Decker go down at left tackle, they can kick that guy to left tackle. You feel me? So I think they need a tackle at least, But with this plan, you don't need to go get Larry Warford at all. And I think it's the best for the line too. And also if Crosby do struggle a little bit, you have a backup guy. Also, you got the tight ends, Jesse James, Hawkinson. The Lions should go with a lot of 2 tight end sets anyway this year, in my opinion. So I think Crosby should be the right tackle. I don't think Big V is athletic enough and twitchy enough and fluid enough. I think when you're gonna see another situation with Rick Ragnar, guys gonna be blowing past him. Now you got guys in the league that's just not playing left tackle. I mean left end or left outside linebacker. They switching. They looking for matchups. It's kind of like a basketball game. You know, you trying to get a switch and you trying to kill. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get a switch on Steph Curry with James Harden with the ball. You know, James Harden, when he get that switch, he gonna clear out, take Steph to the hole, get fouled, or cook him. That's what they do in the National Football League. Khalil Mack may not sit on the left side. You might see, hey man, Decker, okay man. Oh, look at this dude. You know, look at Big V. I'm gonna dominate him all game. You know, so they can take advantage of that. So really, I just don't think he's good enough to be a tackle. I think what you're seeing is him being a guard, him, Ragnar, Jonah Jackson opening up running lanes for Kerryon, Swift, Bo, Huntley, Ty. I think that's what he's going to open up for. He didn't woke up. He trying to be a bad boy. You know, but I think that is the best thing that can go for that line, man. Really, I think that's the best thing that go for that line, man. Straight up and down. I haven't looked at exactly who's still available, but I wouldn't be opposed to bring one of those veterans in and start at right tackle. I know Donald Penn been a left. He like 40 years old. He been a left tackle for the majority of his career. I think Jason Peters been a left tackle. He always injured though. But him at the right side, it might bring some stability. But I really want Crosby to start at the right tackle position. But he'll back up everything. He'll back up tackle. He'll back up right tackle. He'll back up left tackle. So you got to provide him with some stability behind him, because with COVID, you're going to need some adequate replacements on the back end, behind these dudes. But I think that's the most logical thing. I think that's the most logical thing for the man, chill out. I think that's the most logical thing for them to do, man. Big V is a guard. He a guard in this league. He's a guard, So I think it's Crosby. You drafted Crosby. He didn't develop. You could bring in some veteran dudes to back him and Decker at left and right tackle. But they had to get rid of a guard though, straight up and down. Unless some of these dudes got the ability to play right tackle. But Wiggins and Dow suck at guard to me. Even though Pro Football Focus they like Wiggins. I mean, they like Dow. I don't really like them. We need those big, powerful guys. And I think Big V being on the inside is definitely going to open up some running lanes. Ragnar, Jonah Jackson. I think our interior is going to be as good as it was. It's going to be as good as it's ever been for a long time since you had Lomas Brown and those guys. So really what you really determining now is, can you get that right tackle that can perform, that can protect Stafford good enough and open up holes in the run game and seal off the outside. Then it's going to be a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I think this line got a potential on the interior to be better than it has been in a long time. Open up run holes and blocking, pass blocking, and all that type of stuff. But I think run blocking is really going to be the key, man. So that's just how I'm rocking, man. But I do think they need to bring in another tackle. Somebody that's proven, man, because you need that depth. Because if Taylor Decker, he been injury prone, or he get the coronavirus or whatever happened with him, then he gone, then, But you always, I know people saying you always can kick Big V. Man, you ain't going, man, what you doing? What you doing? You always can keep Big V back to right tackle, if you need be. And you can kick Tyrell Crosby back to left tackle if you need be. But my whole thing about it is, I just think they need that one more tackle. You ain't going nowhere. I think they need that one more tackle to solidify it, man. But hey, that's my opinion on it, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think about the line. I think Big V is better at guard, and I think Tyrell Crosby it's time for him to get his shot at right tackle, and I think they need to bring in a veteran tackle. Maybe they can find an undrafted free agent tackle. I mean, Adrian Waddle was pretty good for us until he started getting injured. I ain't seen nobody more injury prone than Adrian Waddle in my life. He take one fucking step back to block. Oh, my elbow, it made a wrist, so I can't do this anymore. Like, dude, if China Doll was a person, it'd be him. Real talk. His injury set rating on Madden had to be like like 0, like 1. But shout out to Quintel Cephas. He got an 87 speed on Madden after running a 4.7 at the combine. Just let you know, man, don't know nothing about football. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. You can find me on all social media, links in the description. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist. One time for the one time ago.